fade in, fade in, fade in, fade in, fade in.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Well, you're assuming that I train Ray.
Exactly.
Sneaky.
Do I?
Sneaky.
I know I have to be really careful. People say, was it difficult to pick up and wield a lightsaber again? And I go, do I pick up?
Was it difficult acting in this movie? Am
Well-
I in this movie?
I can promise you my part is twice as big as it was in Force Awakens.
Are you bummed that Luke didn't get sort of a reunion with Han Solo?
Absolutely. In fact, when I was reading it, I thought, if Leia's trying to mentally contact me and she's not successful, she'll rush to his aid. She'll get close to him and then get into some dire situation, and that's when I show up for a big yay! Save her life. Then we rush to Han and are in the same position that Rey and Finn and Chewie are. Too late to save him, but witnesses. And I say, because it would carry so much emotional resonance into the next film. For us, his wife, his best friend to witness, instead of two characters that have known him, what, 20 minutes? When I read 8, I told Ryan, I fundamentally disagree with virtually everything you've decided about my character. Who is this guy? How did the most optimistic, hopeful character in the galaxy turn into this hermit who says it's time for the Jedi to end? I read that and I said, what? I mean, that's not what a Jedi does. I mean, a Jedi is optimistic. A Jedi has tenacity. He never gives up. He doesn't secrete himself on an island. But Luke would never say that. I'm sorry. Well, in this version, see, I'm talking about the George Lucas Star Wars. This is the next generation of Star Wars. So I almost had to think of Luke as another character. Maybe he's Jake Skywalker. He's not my Luke Skywalker. He's not my Luke Skywalker. I said to Ryan, I said, Jedis don't give up. I mean, even if he had a problem, he would maybe take a year to try and regroup. But if he made a mistake, he would try and right that wrong. So right there, we had a fundamental difference.
I think that the thing that George never did was maintain the status quo. And I think that that's really important because...
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you!
Have you been keeping Rey's secret from the beginning? Did you know about the parentage? Like, tell me about that journey of when you found out.
No. At the beginning, there was toying with like an Obi-Wan connection, and then it really went, there were like different versions, and then it really went to that she was no one. And then it came to episode 9, and JJ pitched me the film and was like, oh yeah, Palpatine's granddaddy. And I was like, awesome. And then 2 weeks later, he was like, oh, we're not sure. So it kept changing. So then even I was filming and I wasn't sure what the answer was going to be.
But this was incredible.
Fuck you!
What's up, all my Ewoks, droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as Star Wars Girl. Now, I was not planning on going live today, and then some news came out, so here I am. I was actually in the middle of trying to do another recreation photo. For those of you that don't know, it's in the thumbnail of this video, but for whatever StreamYards is not updating, let me pull this up for you guys so you guys can see. Okay, so I did a recreation of, because we're going to be talking about J. Scott Campbell today. So I did a little recreation of his Mary Jane cover. So there is another cover that's parallel to this of Black Cat. So I was actually in the middle of like doing my hairs and my makeups and getting ready to get into my yoga pants, because Black Cat's wearing yoga pants, so it'll be easier to do that post. So I was in the middle of trying to transform myself into Black Cat to take a picture, and then shit happened, so here I am. So what are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about, because again, I was not aware of this, we are going to talk about how J. Scott Campbell, he had this cover of Mary Jane years and years ago. It came out. People are still upset about it because women, female anatomy is bad. Women don't sit like that. Women's proportions aren't like that. And then it's like me and a bunch of other women that kind of have the similar body type are like, hey, that's kind of bullshit. But they don't care about that. So somebody did a fix of J. Scott Campbell's work. He refixed their fixed and fixed all of their mistakes. And then people defended him because, of course, he got attacked by the weirdos on Twitter. People like me and a few others defended him. And he thanked us for defending him. And because of that, he got some kind of phone call that said, hey, you need to denounce those people because they're evil and they're alt-right trolls or Nazis or whatever the fuck they told him about me and other people like me. So he made a statement that is in the pictures in the thumbnail. He made a statement kind of denouncing everyone. And then people were like, hey, you kind of just like said F you to everyone that defended you against all the people that were attacking you. So then he made another clarification like 20 minutes ago. And so I didn't know about that other clarification that came out 20 minutes ago. I was actually, again, I was in the middle of transforming myself into Black Cat. So I was putting my makeup on and I watched Hill versus Babyface's video about the initial statement that he made where he was denouncing everyone. And I watched it and I tweeted out saying that it was a good video. Then somebody that said, hey, Anna, I'm a really big fan, or like, I like you, but I think it's fucked up you and other people like you are saying this and not defending Ethan. And I was like, what are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. I haven't even been here. Guys, when my video premiered of me doing the whole defending him, me posing as Mary Jane, when that video was premiering, I was on the freeway driving up to my dad's house up in Northern California because one of my uncles passed away. And so I've been out of town for a funeral. I just got back last night. That's why I was late to Yellow Flash's stream. So I haven't been able to make any videos. I have popped on 2 live streams. I popped on Drunk's live stream and you could see me walking around the ranch. And, you know, yeah, I was kind of, you know, posting stuff on Twitter while I was out because, you know, you go to a funeral, then you drive to the other place. Since I was not driving, my father was driving. I was like, how do I distract myself from all this depressing shit? I'll go on Twitter and I'll laugh at stupid people. So, yeah, but I don't know what the issue is there. And I said, hey, I'll do a little live stream, and if you want to pop in my chat, I can try to clarify while you're upset at me and other people like me. But we'll see. So let's see what J. Scott Campbell has to say. So again, I'm going to show you guys this whole little thing. So this is the original post where J. Scott Campbell is saying, you know, the fix is in, him explaining what the situation was. And this was just a copy over from Instagram. And so this is everything here. And then we have him thanking me. Like, so my picture was the first one. He thanks me. He thanks Clownfish TV. He thanks Shane Davis, and he thanks a few other people. Then he goes and he even goes this further, saying, hey guys, everyone that's complaining about the anatomy isn't wrong. The anatomy is actually correct. Do they care about that? Absolutely not. So then he posts this. Also, everyone, there's over 600 people here, so please smash the like button, please, and thank you. So this is what he says. He says, to get serious for a moment, it's been brought to my attention that there are some bigoted, hateful, and completely over-the-line comments buried in my The Fix Is In thread. FYI, I've spent the last few nights spending hours trying to catch as many of them as I could, but let me tell you, policing a hot topic in a constantly changing IG thread isn't easy. Now, I'm going to address this right now. He puts Comicsgate in with the IG people. Here's the thing on Instagram. Comicsgate people aren't really on Instagram. I mean, a lot of people that are in the YouTube sphere aren't on Instagram because it's not profitable to them in any way, shape, or form. And you can ask people that use Instagram to promote something, like people in comics say they're promoting books, right? Okay, well, if you're posting something on Instagram, the click rate out of Instagram, it's almost non-existent. Heck, I promote my videos on Instagram sometimes, non-existent as compared to what you get on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So he's talking about his Instagram thread. Now, honestly, that just tells me that, oh, okay, it's a bunch of kids. It's a bunch of kids saying hateful things over on Instagram. And I actually have gotten hate on my art Instagram because people didn't like that I painted Gina Carano as Cara Dune. So there were some people saying, blah, blah. But honestly, you just look at them and they're people either with private profiles that have no followers. Or they just don't have a private Twitter or Instagram and they don't have any followers because they're insanely boring and nobody cares about them and they're just miserable people. So he's bringing this Instagram problem over to Twitter, which doesn't really make any sense to begin with. But I mean, that's just my take on it. Instagram's algorithm moves and shifts timelines, and often it feels like you're lost in the corn maze or the film Inception. Now, I'm trying to give this guy the benefit of the doubt, but to be honest, that's not really true with Instagram. And now let me check his Instagram right now, and let me see if I can get it up on another thing and pull it up for you guys here. But I mean, to be fair, I've never gotten more than 1,000 comments on an Instagram thread, and all you have to do is go through it. I don't know how many comments he has on his Instagram post, but let's actually pull up his Instagram and let's check it out right now. So this is, this is his clarification. Now, how many comments? It tells you right here. Okay, so there's 1,000 comments. Honestly, guys, that's not that hard to go through. It really isn't. And I mean, I have an Instagram. I don't have as many followers as J. Scott Campbell, but guess what? I'm not J. Scott fucking Campbell. I'm just a chick that talks about Star Wars on my YouTube channel. So it's like you go through your replies. And again, I can do this on my own Instagram. So, I mean, if it's people going to other people's threads and tweeting or, posting it on their stories and stuff, it's, wait, what? Anna doesn't wear wigs, but her face is fake? My face is normal. How is my face fake? There's nothing on my face that's fake. The only thing that used to be in my face that was fake was a fake prosthetic tear duct that I got when I was a kid that popped out, and now the rest of the tube's still in my skull. I don't understand this comment, Headrock. Like I said earlier, if you guys came in late, the reason why I look like this, the way my hair is all parted, all different, was because I did a recreation of J. Scott Campbell's cover, right? And there's a parallel cover of Black Cat. And so I was going to try to recreate the Black Cat cover. And so I was in the middle of getting ready for that when this news dropped. So I paused getting ready to transform myself into Black Cat to recreate that cover to come over here and, do a live stream. So that's why I'm here. But again, he's talking about Instagram. So wait, what the hell? You're accusing him like a serial killer and you're calling me out for this looks interesting. A true professional, gotta respect it. Oh my gosh, this is interesting. Thank you. There's nothing professional about this, man. It's disgusting that you continue to support him. You should be debunking how his perspective of art form on how he draws to be any of your concern at all. While I understand how you would like to look at it from your point of view, let's remember that this man has worked in the business for so long now that his work doesn't always involve simply by paint the way he draws girls as pinups that we see. Yes, and understand that sometimes some of his work isn't for everyone to enjoy, but also think it's right to judge an artist whose only crime in life was a cover he drew 2 decades ago. Who would any of you judge right from wrong? What on earth? What are these people talking about? Oh, it's the same person. Jesus. Yeah, so, I mean, you could just go through this and read these kind of things. But again, I was thinking maybe he had 20,000 comments. It's only a little bit over 1,100 comments. That's not really that hard to go through, especially when it's on your phone and you just scroll, right? So I don't really know what he's talking about here. I mean, it could be over on this one. So this one's 3,000 comments. So that's a little bit more. But still, I mean, you can go through very easily. And I mean, I could probably sit here for an hour and go through it. Like he said, he doesn't have that much time. So let's get back to what he was saying. I think it's right here. Algorithm moves and shifts timelines, and it so often feels like you're lost in a corn maze or a film inception. So if you find one in there that hasn't been purged, do not view that as an endorsement for me. At some point, I had to get on with my work in my life, and I'm literally the only one who can monitor it. I've considered just locking up the comments threads altogether, but was concerned that that would be taken in the wrong way, like I was blocking open discourse or seen as a retreat by me or something. Now, I kind of disagree with this. He could have easily just, if he really needed a draw, he could have probably asked his wife, because his wife is about my age. I'm pretty sure she's a little bit more internet savvy than him. Not to say anything bad about him being internet savvy, but if he really doesn't have time, he could say, "Hey, hun, do you mind going through this comment thread?" Which I'm sure she was doing already. I'm sure his wife was keeping tabs on this already, because partners tend to do that for each other and have each other's back. And she was commenting on stuff. So he literally could have just said, "Hey, hun, here, and just handed her his phone and said, go through and can you purge any hateful comments that you feel hateful, and I trust you because you're my wife." So, I mean, I don't really know what this is about. Let me make this clear as I possibly can. I'm completely and totally against any bigoted comments, anti-LGBTQ, anti-trans, hate speech of any kinds, threads of any sort of thing. I have no affiliation with Comicsgate. I'm not alt-right, not anti-woman, or endorse any fringe groups that push hate. Now, this is the part where people got really, really pissed off about, was because he says no affiliation with Comicsgate, then follows up with alt-right, anti-woman, or endorse any fringe group that push hate. Claudio, thank you for the super chat. Yes, there are idiots out there, proven once again by this. Good point. Also, there's over 600 people here. Please smash the like button, please, and thank you. I would sincerely appreciate it. Also, I see Cecil's in the chat. What is it, Cecil? Don't lie. It's because I said it looks better on the right. No, I literally did this to emulate the black cat thing, because I'm doing that cover. But if you guys like my hair better this way, I personally don't. I like my hair parted down the middle, but if you like this way, I guess let me know. And I don't know, when this is over, leave a comment. All right, here we go. Let's continue. So again, I'll reread this part. I have no affiliation with Comicsgate. I'm not alt-right. I'm not anti-woman or endorse any fringe groups that push hate, period. The post and commentary in question, whichever side you may feel on the topic, was intended to be playful, perhaps a bit snarky in tone, but absolutely not meant to inspire hate. Some have insinuated that by referring to the person as non-binary Finn, that I was somehow mocking the term. I wasn't. It was the only name I had to work with, and even settled on NBF to try to make that a non-issue, because it wasn't the issue. Art fixing, artist disrespect, art community bullying, and more importantly, art censorship was the discussion. I don't believe art censorship is a left or a right thing. In my observation, both sides use it as a tool and as a strategy for their individual means and agendas. But at my core, as a creative individual and as an artist, let me state I'm fundamentally against censorship and being told in general what I can and cannot draw by any group, political or otherwise. Just because I'm at odds with a lot of the extreme viewpoints and attempts at censorship of my art from the left doesn't mean I'm in alignment with the alt-right and hate speech either. I like how it just like automatic, it's either you're the left or you're the alt-right. It's like there's no in between. I don't understand people I've never understood people, but I understand them less and less these days. It just blows my mind. All right. It doesn't mean I'm in alignment with any other. I know we're led to believe that the current landscape is an either or. You're either with us or against us. It's black or white. It's not. This isn't the presidential election. There can be, and there are many shades of gray in regards to all kinds of different topics. And as an artist in the modern world, I find myself feeling I'm somewhat in the middle. And I feel a lot of us are feeling that way these days. In closing, I've appreciated the discussion. Most of you have been awesome, insightful, at times funny and informative. And I've had so many friends and colleagues reach out to me all in sorts of ways to let me know they deeply appreciated the firm stance I was taking for our community. They are experiencing the same fight against the slowly squeezing, vice-crushing artistic expression a little more every day, and most of them feel they're not in a safe, secure enough situation as I am to push back. But it's meant a lot to have their support. Anyways, there are probably some grammatical errors and a few typos in here. Hopefully you can live with those. It's Friday evening and I'm firing this off quickly. Apologies for the serious tone of this post, but it felt important. Looking forward to getting back to posting art and away from drama and controversy. But sometimes, as 3 young rebellious lads from New York once said, you've got to fight for your right to party. All right. That was clever. I liked that ending. But let's get back to this. So a lot of people got upset because he insinuated, it was kind of like the Zack Snyder thing where he's like, oh, I'm not associated with geeks and gamers. Also, I'm against hate and, Asian hate and the murders that happened in Atlanta. And it's like, why did you need to say it? Why did you need to put those two together? Because putting them right next to each other like that insinuates that Comicsgate is alt-right, anti-woman, and all of these things of hate, right? So that's the way people took it. And you can see in the comment section, and you can see where people are, calling him out for that and stuff like that. And, just people were really upset. I saw Healed versus Babyface get involved. I saw Nerdrotic get involved. I mean, Tug, Yellow Flash. We talked about this a little bit up on the Yellow Flash's show last night. And I've seen a few people talk about this. I think I even saw Drunk 3PO go, oh, so because I supported you, now I'm like alt-right and stuff like that. So then this is his follow-up, which again, I was not aware of. So someone who said that, they like me and they like my content, which is why I kind of, was responding, because I'm like, all right, you're not being an asshole. But they said, let me find the exact tweet. Because I retweeted Hill versus Babyface's video where he was talking about this post, because I was watching it while I was doing my hairs. And I was like, this is a good video. I like this video. Again, I've been out of town. I did my video where I was posing like Mary Jane. That came out, on the 6th? He made this post on the 7th. And what was it? Somebody said, I really like you, Anna, but the disingenuous shit you guys have begun with Jay Scott instead of slamming him for his views on EVS really disheartening to me. And I was like, what are you talking about? I haven't been home. I haven't. I've seen a little bit about the stuff with him and Ethan, but I'm like, I haven't even had time to make a video since I've gotten home. I mean, it's Mother's Day. I had to call my mom. I had to unpack stuff. I had to shower. I had to clean my house and get it all in order. I haven't been home since I posted my last video. When that video premiered on the 6th, I was on the freeway watching from the road, posting in the chat. So to call me disingenuous, I really don't understand. But then I said, and then the person linked me this tweet, which I'm like, again, I just saw this right now because he literally just posted this. So I was like, I'll do a live stream and I'll read this. Also, there's 800 people watching. Please smash the like button, please. And thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I really appreciate it. It is very kind of all of you to be here. I apologize if I've missed any super chats as well. I've kind of been on a roll reading because I don't know how long this live stream is going to be. I'm also aware that there are other people doing live streams, which they are probably far more interesting than I am. So maybe go watch them instead of me. But let's get back into this. Let's get back into this. All right. A clarification. This is what this is called. I've taken time to hear out several individuals who felt I painted them in a poor light when I made my statement about divisive and heated rhetoric hidden within my message threads on Instagram and on Twitter this past week. So this is the first time he said Twitter. Armagrad, thank you for super chat. Forgive them, Anna. They have no actual real lives. Well, thank you for the super chat. Claudia, thank you for super chat. Wasn't this cover drawn like 20 years ago? Jesus Christ, people, stop and get a life and stop worrying about things that happened decades ago. I think it happened in 2009. 2009 is when I believe it happened. But yeah. Yeah, let's see if I can scroll back far enough to see if there's any super chats. I'm sorry, guys. I really wish StreamYards would have like a super chat window so I could pull it up. But so again, this is the first time, because before, right, he only mentioned Instagram. He literally says just on Instagram. And then he tries to associate that with Comicsgate, when it's like, you do realize like 99.9% of Comicsgate people are not on Instagram. Let's see. Fragaboom, what's up, Frega? How are you? And it says, my girl. Oh, well, thank you. Fantastic Mr. Knox, thank you for super chat. SJWs don't like hot female. You looked great as Mary Jane. Keep making them go re. Well, yeah, did you guys know my anatomy is wrong? And this is actually why I was going to do the black cat pose, is because my anatomy is wrong. This person shared it. It's like, my anatomy is wrong. And then somebody liked to correct it. That my arm is wrong, that my body is wrong, and that like my knee is wrong. And it's like, they're like, I don't care about your pants. And it's like, sometimes when you're wearing certain clothing, you can't bend a certain way, dumbass. And I like how they literally drew on my shirt that my shirt was folded wrong, when it's like, that's the way my shirt went. Like, this is a photograph. Like, this is a photo of me that I photoshopped a logo on, and I photoshopped my hair, and I did the little thing, and I fixed the lighting so that way it matched the cover. But did you guys know that all of that is wrong? It blows my mind how stupid people are. But let's get back to this. Here we go. Twitter this past week. Some clarification that I feel is important. What I was stating earlier is that I'm not comfortable being implicated or included into a group, any group, without my consent, regardless of the group. The reason I specifically referred to this group Comicsgate is because it was the only specific group that kept coming up by name. Honestly, from what I've read and seen in documentaries about Gamergate and the whole fiasco, anything with Gate in it probably gets an instant recoil from me. And some individuals who were making hateful and bigoted attacks were doing so in the name of CG. Now, with this, I say post your receipts. Prove it. Where was the person that was saying hateful and bigoted things, and how are they associated with CG? Prove it. I don't believe you. And here's the thing. When you're on the internet, it's a bunch of strangers. It's not like you're going and talking to your mom. Heck, even 95, at least for me, I feel like 90% of the time, my mom doesn't even believe me. So I got to prove it to my freaking mom. It's like you're asking a bunch of strangers on the internet to take your word for it, when it's like, guess what? People don't usually do that. People don't take people's word for it on the internet. That's why you have to prove what it is you're saying. So with this, I would say prove it. Show receipts. Take those screenshots of those bigoted comments from a person that was associated with CG. It's important, but because guess what? I can show you plenty of bigoted comments. Heck, over here on this of, oh, look, 2 people individually that were saying shit about me. I've never seen these accounts before in my life. Heck, this tweet thread has over 18,000 likes and over 143 quote tweets because they showed 2 extremely very sexist and misogynistic, I don't know if you could consider this bigoted, but of people saying shit about me that have nothing to do with CG, all just because I defended this dude. So it's like, show me where it was the CG, the people that were in Comicsgate that were saying hate, because I want to see that. I do. I want to be aware of who those people are. People James Slowshop, thank you for the super chat. People trying to silence their opposition because they know they are wrong. If you are correct, you don't fear opposing views. They cannot hurt you. There you go. And I got another one. Let me get this. Volcanus Rex, thank you for super chat. Honestly, I'm glad there are a lot of stupid people out there. They're my main source of entertainment these days. Well, I mean, to each their own. It's definitely been kind of a headache for me, but I guess it does provide entertainment for you guys. Claudia, thank you for super chat. Same on you, Anna, for not getting the pose exactly correct. LOL, what the fuck? Here's the thing, guys. I can do this pose. It's not hard. Heck, I can do, where's the actual Mary Jane pose that I had? Oh, it's in one of these damn threads. I can do this pose right now. It's just, I mean, look, I'm literally doing this pose right now. Let me see if you guys can. Here we go. like, see, I don't know if you guys can see my foot, but then it's like she's like pushing her boobs together like that. I'm doing the pose right now, but guess what? I'm not wearing jeans. I'm not wearing super tight, non-stretchy jeans because those are the only ripped jeans that I had. And I said that plenty of times. I'm like, I wanted it to be accurate. I wanted, like, because look, I have the costume. I mean, the pants are a little bit off, but these are the only ripped jeans that I have. And guess, are they in here? I don't think they're in here. There's no stretch to them. So, and I said that, and because people were like, you didn't do the pose. But then this one person said, where is it? They said, oh, right here, wrong pose. I don't care about your pants. The argument was about proportions, not about the pose. And so then they're body shaming me because I'm not the right proportions as a comic book character. Holy shit. There's no pleasing these people. So again, the only bigoted, well, I don't know if you guys can consider this bigoted, but the only, I guess, sexist and misogynistic things I was seeing was from these people. And again, here, I'll show you guys the actual unedited picture, which I had to blur out the background because I was going to post this. But again, I was out of town and shit kept happening. So I kept getting distracted. Ooh, I don't think it's on this phone. I think it's on my, oh, here it is. Okay, so guys, this is the unedited pose, right? Like, so you can see here is, here's the edit. So I literally photoshopped the Spider-Man thing. I didn't have anything in my cup because I wanted to emulate the same smoke effect that he had. So I was like, I'll just paint that in, and that way I don't spill anything. But I was, because this is when you actually look at the full cover, it's like a wide. So I wanted to get the right angle of the couch, but also it's slightly looking down on her. And again, I'm a real person. I'm not a comic book drawing. So it's not going to be completely perfect. And I wasn't trying to look like a comic book character. I was trying to say, hey, what would this look like in real life? And so yeah, I photoshopped I painted in Photoshop over my hair, I found the picture, the logo of Spider-Man, and I photoshopped that onto my chest. That's the way that the shirt goes. But according to that person, the way that the shirt goes is wrong. So it's like, there's literally no pleasing weirdos. But so did I finish reading this? Guys? I'm not sure. Let me grab some of these super chats. I see a couple came in, so thank you. I do appreciate that, everyone. Let's see. Necro Nexus Hollow Live Firefox. Thank you for the super chat. These SJWs are even attacking Japanese artists now. Not realizing they're female with lewd art, like Tajanako, creator of Hyperdimension Neptunia, Clamp of Chobits fame, and Kuzan Koto of Blue Exorcist fame. Well, no, I saw something about that, because even with Redo of Healer, right? Redo of Healer was created by a woman. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it was created by a woman. And honestly, some of the most graphic hentai is created by women, and then they lose their minds, but they don't know that they're women because it's in Japanese, and so they go and crucify them. Heck, even with me, guys, look, nothing is good enough for these people. They said my anatomy was wrong. I'm like, aren't you guys, like, if anyone ever says anything about a woman, they're the embodiment of all evil, but they have no problem telling me that my body is wrong. That I'm like, how is my anatomy wrong? I'm a real person. I mean, yes, I know I have birth defects. I'm missing a vertebrae in my spine. On top of that, my arms are freakishly long. So my arms are actually longer than a comic book character's. There's no way in hell I could get my elbow right under my boob. I'll show you right now. Like, look. Okay, so this is my elbow. I would have to go like this to get it up here, because normal people, normal anatomy, which, I mean, I guess my anatomy could be wrong this way, but it's not, because I'm a real human. I just, again, have birth defects. I'm missing a vertebrae in my spine, which makes my torso slightly shorter than a normal person. But on top of that, my arms are longer. Like, my arms are freakishly long. It has nothing to do with my vertebrae. I just have, I guess, really long arms. So normal people, your elbows will hit your waist. You know, your waist is right here. Mine hit my hip bones. See? My waist is up here. My hip bone's down here. That's where my elbow hits. I have freakishly long arms on top of having a shorter torso. So there's no way in hell I could get that. But I mean, with the anatomy that I have, I think I pulled it off pretty decently. And again, I could sit just like that, not in tight constricting jeans. Do they care about that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. David R., holy shit, thank you for the $75 super chat. I sincerely appreciate that. Hey, Anna, keep up the excellent content. Oh, well, thank you. I will. Hopefully you guys like this. Let's see. Claudio, thank you for the super chat. The fact that people pointed out you didn't get the pose exactly correct is hilarious to me. How can a person completely recreate an image? Well, that's the thing. They're never going to be satisfied with anything anyone does, right? And I mean, I just did it. I can do it when I'm not wearing those pants. And you know what? After the stream is over, I'll retake the picture, and because I'm wearing like workout spandex, so I guess I can take the picture. My costume's not going to be correct, but I'll take it and I'll post it after the stream is over. But yeah, they don't care about anything. It's mind blowing how stupid some people are. But I mean, it is what it is. Let me see if I missed any super chats. Again, I apologize. Christopher Prophet, thank you for super chat. Sent you 2 boxes. When you get them, you should open the little one first. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I am going to my P.O. box tomorrow, actually. Let's see. Robert Romano, thank you for super chat. Thank you for sticking up for CEG and for sanity. Be well. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. You know what? And I still stand by the first video I did. I stand by defending J. Scott Campbell because like I said in that video, I like his artwork. I don't know where the other book is, but I have 2 of his books, and I actually met him and I bought the book from him and he signed it for me. Now, he wasn't in a good mood. I don't think I was the one that was irritating him. Somebody asked him to do a commission, and so he was drawing while this person was breathing down his neck. So he wasn't exactly in the happiest mood to stop drawing this commission that I think he was really rushing through because he didn't like this person that was breathing down his neck. So he stopped drawing to sign this for me. And his like assistant lady like did all the payment and stuff. But I was like, oh, I really like your work. And he's like, So he was not in a good mood. I don't hold that against him. But guys, I'm not going to take back, because he said bad things about people, I'm not going to take back a video defending him, because at the end of the day, he's not in the wrong for drawing Mary Jane, nor is he in the wrong for defending himself like this. So my video still stands. Everything I say in that still stands. I think it sucks the way that he decided to handle it, which let's get back into. Let's see, where was I? Gate in, let me just reread this sentence. Honestly, from what I've read and seen in documentaries about Gamergate and that whole fiasco, anything with Gate in it probably gets an instant recoil for me, and some individuals who were making hateful and bigoted attacks were doing so in the name of CG. It's important to also state I encountered some very toxic and hateful things being said from the other side as well. Hence my earlier comments about feeling more pushed to the middle of these 2 extreme viewpoints about art. I stand by what I said. I don't tolerate any sort of hate speech, bigotry, racism, woman hate, and I will always push back on any association with individuals who act this way. However, ... If individual members of this Comicsgate community adamantly insist that it's not what they stand for, I feel I should give those folks the benefit of the doubt and take them at their word and not paint an entire group with the same brush. They insist that they are not hive-minded, as they put it, which probably is why their messaging is very confusing to someone in my position who really doesn't keep up with all the noise. Several have interacted with me very respectfully, and we openly engaged about our mutual concern about art censorship and exercising our artists' freedoms of expression, and they've been very civil, responsible, occasionally even delightful. These are important and valuable discussions we should all be having more openly and more thoughtfully without it devolving into tribalism and absolutes. So to these folks, I apologize for whatever grief or embarrassment I may have caused you with my earlier word jumble and wide brush. I hope these individuals who feel I unfairly grouped them into a smaller group of bad actors will accept my apology. It's not a good feeling being accused of statements and actions you haven't committed and aren't in your heart. I can certainly attest to that. Now, I don't know if he's saying this because there was two women that I saw that were being very vocal in the comment section, which were Mandy Summers and Charlie's London. I saw them both commenting in there. And so they were saying, hey, what the heck are you talking about? You know, I'm a woman and Comics Age is none of these things. I think I just saw a super chat, so let me grab that one. Claudia, you think we should do that? Instead of pointing out actual criticism of art, like how he uses basically the same face for every female character, they attack the pose. Well, I think that's just a style, but honestly, there are very slight differences between the way he draws women's faces. And I mean, it is very apparent in this book. I mean, you can tell. But I mean, that's just his style. And I remember a few years ago, some people were giving him shit because they're like, all the girls he draws look like his wife. And it's like, oh my God, how terrible. The man loves his wife and she's his muse. How fucking terrible that the man likes his wife and that he saw this woman in his head for years and he would, you know, it would show in his drawings. And then he met the woman in real life and he married her. Oh my God, how terrible. How fucking terrible. Anna sounds like R2-D2. Why? What's going on? What happened? What's going on? Do I not sound good? What is it, guys? What is it? I don't know. All right, so let me finish reading this. Also, there's over 800 people in the chat. Please smash the like button, please, and thank you. I would sincerely appreciate it. It would really help out me and the algorithm, so thank you. Let me see, where is that? All right, here we go. Back to this. It's not a good feeling to be accused of statements and actions you haven't committed and aren't in your heart. I can certainly attest to that. I'm sure I'll be vilified by some on both sides of this debate for clarifying myself and actually talking to individuals of differing viewpoints, but I can only be true to my own values and sense of right and wrong and continue to treat others as I want to be treated. I will continue to stand up for my values, but I will try even harder to listen, learn, and to try to bring us together rather than push us far apart. Jay Scott. So, I mean, this does seem kind of like backtracking. Now, again, I don't know the guy personally. I haven't talked to the guy personally, aside from when I bought a book from him years and years ago, and he wasn't exactly in the great mood. But let's see. Is there any comments in here? You're really damned if you do and damned if you don't. And he's responding. So again, this tweet just came out at 4:32 p.m. It is 5:56 p.m. So it's almost been an hour. Let's see. Honestly, Comics Aid is a very hate-filled group, and if some of the most extreme members of it are dropping you, you are probably doing something right. I am sorry to get shit from both sides, though. Hope all this gets sorted out at some point. I'm perfect okay with hateful individuals dropping me if that's how they feel. That's not the atmosphere I want to court around. Anyway. You're misinformed about CG, Gerardo. While EVS has taken the reins as the figurehead, he didn't create the name or movement. The label was actually created by media. And I'm going to zoom in because I just realized none of you guys can see what I'm looking at. Also, let me make that bigger so you guys can see it a little bit more. Okay. So this is just a thread of them talking about all of this. My man, politics can be annoying. Trying to keep partisan politics out of comics is not only impossible, but also kind of irresponsible. Art will always be a reflection of what's happening in the world. Politics included. Taking them out is censoring artists. Okay, so this person doesn't know very much about art. And I hate that implication that all art has to be political. Because it's like, okay, I have this collection of paintings that I've been working on, and so my concept of this is to take toys from different Disney movies and then to create a scene as if these toys let's just say the universe is like Toy Story, that when you leave the room and toys wake up, and then when you come back in the room, they freeze. And so my concept is to catch, is like you, as if a human just walked in the room and all the toys froze in a moment of them doing something. So this moment for my Peter Pan concept was that, let me make myself big, was that, you know, Peter Pan, TikTok, Tiger Lily, and Tinkerbell are reading the book that Wendy wrote about their adventures in Neverland. So this is after Wendy left Neverland, after, you know, going there. So I know that this is still baby TikTok, but whatever. This is just the plush that they had at, you know, at the time. And so I'm like, I don't see anything political about this. There's nothing in this that's political. It's me trying to tell a story with paintings and with toys, because one of my favorite movies of all times is Toy Story. And I was always alone as a child, and I felt a connection with my toys, and that helped me to not feel like I was alone. And so Toy Story actually gave me hope. So I love Toy Story, and I love that concept, and I wanted to show that. I don't think that that's political. I don't think me doing that and trying to experiment with color theory is political, but these people are stupid, so I don't really know what else to say about that. So here's, like, again, this is just this thread. If you guys want to go look at it, let me link this in the chat for you guys if you guys want to go look at it yourself. So here we go. Yeah, it's just, now let's see, what are these quote tweets? What are all the quote tweets saying? Much better, class act. Let's see. Oh yeah, and guys, he actually is auctioning off the drawing fix that he did. So it's up on eBay, and all of the proceeds from this drawing fix that he did are going to this one charity. But so one of the things that I've seen that he was talking about that was in one of these threads is, which, let me find it, because he was saying some stuff about, let's see. Okay, here it is. Because there's somewhere he was saying stuff about Ethan. So let me find those. Let me see. See if I can share this again. No, wrong one. Okay, so this is, man, I'm late to the party, but I'm not gonna lie, this whole story makes me even more insecure about my art. Okay, I believe it's not exactly the sort of person. What is this? Oh shit. Well, I need to find the one where he was saying stuff about Ethan, but it's let's see. Because I know that somebody was upset with me because I guess I didn't defend Ethan, but it's like, I haven't even been home. What do you want me to do? And I mean, I can't even think about these off the top of my head. I'd have to go on to Ethan's thing and probably find it. I'm looking for it, guys. Maybe I'll just go to J. Scott Campbell's actual page and look for the replies, because that seems to be the best way to do it. Because I can't find Ethan's stuff. Okay, we'll go through his replies. Because he said something. Okay, so here's some things that he's saying about CG right here. Here we go. Let's see, exactly. I guess I left out the part where it's CG members who keep saying this. Oh, okay, where is this? Okay, so this, oh, there's Piper. No, it's because I've read what they stand for, and while I can see why some might see a few overlaps, I strongly disagree with most of their views about women and inclusion. To me, this has nothing to do with drawing sexy art. And then here's Piper. So maybe that's why he clarified, because so there was Piper, there was Mandy Summers, and there's Charlie's London that I saw that really got into the thread. So this is what Piper says. Scott, you read lies. I'm a woman that's been wanting to get my chance at comics since I was little, and it was CG that helped me achieve that dream. I've met creators and fans of many races, religions, and political leanings within this bunch, and the only thing they hate is comics with cheap stereotypes, hateful, divisive messaging, poorly shoved in predatory business practices, and censorship. That's definitely something I can agree with. Big publishers and creative have ostracized us for not liking these things and used diversity and inclusion as excuses for them. They have pretended we we started because of something to do with women in milkshakes. They gave the CG label before any milkshake pick. Engineer's best friend, hey, that stars girl, have you thought about selling prints of your art fixes? Because I would love the one of your She-Hulk fix. No, I will never sell prints of my art fixes because the original art is not mine, nor is the concept mine. It is, and I've said this before, when I do the art fixes, and this is, I said this in the video that J. Scott Campbell apparently watched and shared, but when I do it, I'm explaining, well, you want this to be your character. Okay, well, let me take the basic building blocks that you have and let me show you how, with the tools that you already provided. It's like, okay, it's kind of like cooking, right? Or you want to make a pie. Okay, well, you might not, it might be that your first time making a pie. Okay, well, I've made a pie plenty of freaking times. Let me take the ingredients that you have and let me show you how to make this pie. If you want, let's say you want to make a cherry pie, but for whatever reason, you're trying to make an apple pie with cherry pie ingredients. Okay, you're going to run into some problems. And I said this in the video that J. Scott Campbell, where is the post? That he watched. I mean, you can see it goes all the way to the end, the red. He watched my video. He saw me talk about the multiple art fixes I've done with the snowflake and safe space. And then I even explain a little bit further with the She-Hulk and how it's like, I do it for my audience because if people ask me for advice on art all the time because they like my paintings or they like it when I do, when I show, hey, this is the goal. So you wanted to make a gay character, let's say for Snowflake, or is that one safe space? For safe space, you wanted to make a gay character? Okay, well, guess what? A majority of my friends are gay. When I was in college, I didn't like going out to straight clubs. I would go to gay clubs with my best friend Marcus, and we would go out all the time. And guess what? I know what gay men look like. That ain't it. So here, let me show you what a gay man looks like, and let me show you what gay men would like to see, a superhero that's going to represent them in their community. Because I have experience in that, And so with these art fixes that I've done, it's an educational purpose. It's because you say that you want A, B, and C. Well, guess what? In my opinion, you missed the mark on A, B, and C. Let me show you with all the ingredients that you already have how to hit the mark with A, B, and C. And so again, it's not my concept. It's not my ingredients. So no, I'm not going to sell art that is basically based off of somebody else's idea. I think that that's wrong. It's one thing where if I'm like for this, where I do a painting of Gina Carano. Now this photo that was my reference for Gina doesn't exist as one complete image. I was looking at multiple photos. There was a photo for her hair, a photo for her costume, a photo for her face and her expression. And this is a way that you can avoid copyright when you're dealing with something like this, and that's how it becomes fan art. And a lot of artists know how to do this just fine. So this is completely different because this is my own original image of this character, and they lifted the copyright laws on fan art back, I believe, in 2013. So that's why when you go to Comic-Con, it's like, or you go on Etsy, you can see thousands of different drawings of Cinderella or Disney princesses or Star Wars characters because it's all fan art, which is completely legal. This is my original image that I designed, and I came up with the color concept, which is analogous color concept. So that way I could do a video for my art channel where I teach people how to do analogous color palettes and how to paint something that's going to be realistic with an analogous color palette. So that was the purpose of this. And again, all 100% my original concept. So that's why I sell stuff like that on Etsy, and I do not sell any of the fixes. If you guys like the fixes, if you have a printer and you want to hit print, more power to you. I have no control over that. And guess what? You guys can do that for free. I'm not going to charge anyone for that because, again, it's not my original design or concept. But also, guys, there's 769 people here. Please smash the like button, please, and thank you. Let me get a couple of these super chats. Engineer's best friend, thank you, super chat. Hey, that Star Wars girl, have you thought about selling prints of your? Oh, I think I read that one. Thank you again. I think a couple more. I'm trying to catch them as they come in. I apologize for missing some of them. Let's see. Angel, what's up? Thank you for the super chat. The Big Manana signing event on Saturday went really well. Just so you know, Anna, also love your MJ cosplay. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm glad that it went well. And there was no hiccups, hopefully. And no weirdos showed up. That would suck. Let's see. All right. But I did see, and I'm trying to find this tweet for everyone. Maybe, you know what, I think I'm just going to go to Ethan's. Oh, wait. So let's get back to Piper's thing, because Piper was responding and then J. Scott Campbell responded to her. So let me get that pulled up so we can finish this little story. Anyway, Scott, I love your art. Oh, okay. So, anyway, Scott, I love your art style. And even if you don't have love for us and will always defend its right to exist, I don't ask for defense in return, but at least see me for me and not a label another group gave me from gatekeepers to try to keep me down. So this is J. Scott Campbell's response. So certainly you can see how someone like myself will see the more negative and divisive language used by perhaps more of the extremist members of CG, which would cause me to want to distance myself from the association with those characters and their views, right? Piper responds, yes, indeed. That is why I always ever base my opinions on individual people based on personal interactions and not what others tell me to think. I am not asking you to like those people that are reacting poorly. I too think that's uncalled for. I just thought that because you read those Tumblr types wrote about us, you had decided we were those things, which some might be, and that sucks, but I've received very bigoted comments from Marvel and DC artists before, yet I'm never going to assume every single one is. All right, so here is J. Scott Campbell. I'm no fan of SJW/woke attacks. I've been quite clear about that for years. Any views I have towards the CG movement are from conversations with fellow colleagues and friends. That's enough for me to feel uncomfortable about it. I hope that explains things. Oh, and then Peter Smetty comes in. No one cares if you join or if you're comfortable with CG. That's not how it works anyway. People are upset because you're lumping them in with horrible lies, the kind of lies that ruin lives. By doing this, you're smearing them in the same way you've been smeared. J. Scott Campbell responds, I hear you. Well, if it came across that way and it's causing you grief, then that's not my intent. And yes, I'm so used to being smeared by both groups myself that I'm somewhat used to it. And all I was saying was I'm not involved with this group, whatever it stands for. Peter Smetty, who was assuming or declaring that you were involved with Comicsgate? That's the kind of person that sounds like someone you should be leery of and wish to distance yourself from, not the people that have gone out on a limb several times to defend you. Jay. Peter, I've read and been told I'm this soft member of CG on many threads and message boards. I don't like being told I'm part of any group or organization that I'm not, period. Not sure who would. This was the only association that kept coming up. Exactly. And I guess there's another one. So let's, am I missing something? Or is that just a response to response? Exactly. I guess I left it out the part where it's CG members who have been saying this. No one I personally know, if that clears things up. You can imagine why over time I would find it irritating. Anyone would. I just rather not get involved with all that. And then this person says, you weren't involved. You only defended your craft fans, defended your freedom and artistic value. For that, you were labeled Comicsgate. If you don't understand that, you don't know where the issue lies. Okay. So that was all of that. And honestly, I think having, and it sucks to say this, but I think having girls like Piper, like Mandy, like Charlie's London, coming in and saying, hey, we're not these things, because it's saying, oh, is there more? Jeez. Oh my goodness. Oh, here's the long thread. Oh gosh. Okay. So, oh my goodness. Going through Twitter threads are exhausting sometimes. So here we go. Man, I admire you. I admire your work. Just have to tell you that you've been lied to about Comicsgate. We are not hateful. We don't tolerate hate. We are quite nearly as apolitical in our ways and our works as any can be. We are a diverse community, both of fans and creators. Then honestly, you guys have to, I remember seeing this and him saying, you guys have to work on your PR. And it's like, dude, so you got to fight the woke mob over and over again. That's fun. That's totally what people. Oh Jesus. Okay, there's Cecil, and I see Ethan is live, and so they're all talking about this. Let's see. I feel like that's a much more interesting stream than the one I'm putting on. I don't know if you guys like that I'm streaming. That's fine. I feel like they're actually more equipped to talk about this kind of stuff than I am. So I think I might actually just refer everyone over there. I just decided to talk about this real fast because this person, let me pull this up. So this is, I mean, I didn't know about this until I saw this, but so this person, which his name is Ethan. Ethan, I don't know if you were in the chat, but let me address this. It says, really like you, Anna, but the disingenuous shit you guys have begun with Jay Scott instead of slamming him for his views on EVS is really disheartening to me. And I said, what the fuck are you talking about? He didn't apologize. I kind of went down this thread and I don't really remember. I mean, I don't understand what he's talking about because I said multiple times. Let's see. Wait, Cecil's on. Bye, JK. Yeah, again, they probably are. They have a better idea of what's going on than I do, so they can probably talk about it. Cecil's going off on EVS's stream. The only reason I'm doing this, honestly, is because of this comment right here, because I don't know what the hell this person means. It says, really like you, Anna, but the disingenuous shit you guys have begun with Jay Scott instead of slamming him for his views on EVS is really disheartening. And I mean, I say this multiple, because then it goes, I don't, what the fuck are you talking about? And then this person says, he didn't apologize or backpedal on his original stance. In fact, he said several times in the implies that his original stance hasn't and will not change. And I said, look at the date of my video and look at the date he made those statements. Because my video came out on the 6th and where is it? That's it. And then this, oh wait, no, these are his replies. Okay, so then this came out on the 7th. So I said, and then he said, I'm talking about the streams Anna and the vids mutuals have been making since you guys are pushing this. He apologized and kowtowed to them stuff. And I'm like, come on, he didn't. And I said, I honestly have no clue what the fuck you're talking about. Like I said in another reply, I made my video before he said any of that and have been out of town for a funeral, so I haven't been able to do a follow-up vid. I can't speak for anyone else, so take that up with them. And he said, Yellow Flash's stream last night. And I said, I remember the stream, but I'm beyond confused at what point you're trying to make. I'm going live in a few to talk about all of this. I'll address your comments and try to see if I can clarify them. Sound good? And then there was something else in here where it goes somewhere else. Oh, well, so he started posting these. He straight up says in response to people also trying to approve his change in the comments that the leftists just this. And I said, this doesn't change my point. I made a video defending him before he said any of those things. I haven't even been home. I've been out of town for a funeral. I haven't had time to make a follow-up video. Check the dates before calling me names, please. And then he said, he posted this. And I said, he just posted that a few minutes ago. You're upset with me over something I haven't seen. He said, Anna, I just sent you that because he just posted it and it's an update on the issue. Everything I said before that stands, and I'm wondering where the confusion is. So, yeah, Matterhorn, I'm confused too. He said I'm being, and again, the only reason I can't, because I usually don't respond to people on Twitter, but this, like, Ethan says, really like you, Anna, but the disingenuous shit you guys have begun with Jay Scott instead of slamming him for his views on EVS is really disheartening to me. And I'm just like, I don't know what he's talking about. I really don't, because here's the thing. This is probably going to blow people's minds. YouTubers don't really watch other people's videos. Maybe there's some that do, but I personally, unless it's a topic that I'm not too knowledgeable on, like, okay, if it's the Amber Heard trial, I do watch Tug's videos on that. But it's like, when it's like a Star Wars video, I don't need to watch everyone else's video because they're going to say almost exactly the same thing that I said. And I only watch videos on topics that I don't plan on covering, if I even have time to watch another person's video at all. So it's like, I have no idea what other people are saying about this, except for the few things that I've seen on Twitter. That's just me casually scrolling. And again, I've been out of town for a funeral. So I don't like getting called names, like saying that I'm being disingenuous over a video that I made before J. Scott Campbell even said, where is the tweet? Before he even said this. So I really don't understand. Ethan, if you were watching this live stream, I don't know how I was being disingenuous when all I said, and yes, last night on Yellow Flash's live stream, I said, I think the reason why J. Scott Campbell is kind of why he's always in the middle of the fence does have a lot to do with the fact that his wife is around my age, and she is very much in with the woke crowd. If you follow her on Instagram or on Twitter, you will know this. And I said that she probably has a really big influence on him and the reason why he still is in the mainstream. But also he makes a shit ton of money, so I don't know why he wouldn't be. So, wait, your face is still fake? What's wrong with my face? Headrock, what is wrong with my face? This is my real face. I don't understand. Headrock, why do you say my face is fake? Everything on my face is real. I don't get it. Anyways, I don't know what you mean by this, Ethan. And this is not Ethan Van Skyver. This is Ethan Archibong. I don't understand. I don't know how I was being disingenuous. I really don't. And I don't see how bringing up a tweet that tweets that I have not even seen. Let's see, like this. I haven't even seen this. But let's see. What does this say? Actually, the venomous, hateful, salacious accusations I get regularly from the other side doesn't really endear me to them either. So I'll have to live without being part of either, honestly. Now, again, I don't know what this has to do with me. I hadn't even seen this. Again, I was out of town for a funeral. I was paying more attention to this shit and to weirdos that were blowing up my timeline telling me my anatomy was wrong. I wasn't keeping up with all the 20,000 tweets that J. Scott Campbell was doing. And I was planning on catching up on all of this today. But yeah, I wasn't even going to do this live stream, but this person, this Ethan guy, that is usually, if I'm remembering him correctly, is never anything but pleasant. He's never really unpleasant, but calling me disingenuous and saying me and other people are, it's like, how? But you can't really have a conversation on Twitter. Wait, what? I know it's real because it looks fake. What is wrong with my face? I don't get you guys. Is there something wrong with what is wrong with my face? I don't get it. Do I have something on it? Everything on my face is real. I mean, I wear makeup, but I mean, I've done plenty of streams without makeup. I look almost exactly the same. Oh God, this is a very strange name. Princess Unicorn Nipples. Thank you for the super chat, even though you did not say anything. But yeah, so guys, I'm confused and I decided to do the stream. Headrock has shown us the way. I don't get it. I don't know why this Headrock you saying my face is fake. Todd Fayer, thanks for that. I know you are a Henry Cavill fan, but what did you think about the Snyder comic book movies as a whole? I hated every single one of them. I think that they are trash that doesn't need to be watched more than once. And I think the only way to watch his the Snyderverse movies is on mute and fast forward all the scenes that Henry Cavill is not in. And I know that's not a popular opinion, but I've never been a Zack Snyder fan. The thing that I will say about Zack Snyder is that he knows how to cast very handsome men and he knows how to dress very handsome men. Well, maybe his costume designer does, but I'm telling you, 300, that's good view. That's a very good view. And Henry Cavill, I really appreciate that bathtub scene. But as far as that being Superman, that is, I mean, I love Henry, But to me, the way I see Zack Snyder's verse is that it's a fan fiction. It's not real. And I don't think of, when I think of Batman, I don't think of Batfleck because I hate Batfleck. I love Henry. And trust me, when I picture Superman, I picture Henry. But I would have loved to see Henry actually get to play a, I don't know, Superman, as compared to this. It's not the right characterization. And then I love Kevin Costner, and that scene, I mean, I've never wanted to cuss so hard in a movie theater than the scene where he dies, because I'm like, he could have saved him. The point of, him dying is that Clark can't save him because he dies of a heart attack. And so even you can have a power of the god of, that's the thing that Clark learns, is that you can have all the powers of a god and still be completely helpless when it's something like a heart attack. And that was a very important lesson for Superman's character, and to change it just kind of destroyed the entire point. But I mean, it's not something that I ever need to buy. And it's not something I ever need to really watch unless I want to look at Henry Cavill looking all party. So it was not very good. Not good. And it's not what but again, I'm not really a fan of Zack Snyder or his work, nor have I ever been. I mean, heck, you can go back and look at me kind of do a little rant video about Zack Snyder and his take on Batman. And I'm just like, ugh. Dude, come on. Which I know there's a lot of Snyder fans, and I was very happy for all of the Snyder fans that got their movie, that campaigned forever to get the Snyder cut out, and they got it, and I'm happy for them. Did I watch the Snyder cut? Absolutely not. I'm not going to waste 4 hours of my life watching a movie that Henry Cavill is not in for 4 hours. I have no interest in that. And I mean, the only time I really enjoyed the Justice League when it did come out was I like seeing Henry shirtless. And people were like, didn't you get distracted by his face CGI? And I was like, I wasn't looking at his face. Why? He was shirtless. Not to get me wrong, his face is beautiful. But to be completely honest, guys, I was not looking at his face when his chest, his arms, his ass, and his sexy man stuff is on camera. I'm not looking at the face. So, yeah, shoot me. I wasn't paying attention to the bad CGI. I was looking at other things because my brain is in the gutter 100% of the time when Henry is on screen. So, a 4-hour movie and Henry Cavill isn't in all 4 hours. Give me a fucking break. I'm not watching that shit. Heck, I recut The Witcher and cut out every scene that Henry wasn't in. And it's a much better show. It's called The Anna Cut. Maybe I'll release it one day. But, and it's in chronological order too. It's a much better show. It's actually about a dude that kills monsters and fucks hot women. It's a great show. Here we go. Claudio, thank you for the super chat. Going off what Anna just said, about Jonathan Kent dying. The show Smallville did that, and it did it better than was on the CW. Let that sink in. I know, and it sucks. But you know what? The thing about Henry is he just wanted to play the character, and he just shows up and does his job. David Cunningham, thank you for the super chat. Who is this imposter, and what have you done with Anna? Just kidding. Love you, Anna. Yeah, guys, like I said, my hair is all weird. This is not the way I usually do my hair. And I don't really like it, to be honest, but people, for whatever reason, like me with the side part. But so I did this because I was going to recreate the Black Cat cover that J. Scott Campbell did for my follow-up video of women can't sit like that. Your anatomy is wrong. And so, yeah. But thank you for the super chat. Annie McCallum, thank you for super chat. Christopher Reeve is Superman. Cavill is a close second. Yeah, when I think of a Superman movie, I think of the Christopher Reeve Superman. And I would have loved to see Henry in that type of Superman movie. I can't stand Man of Steel. I watched that movie. I've seen that movie all the way through maybe twice. And it's not an enjoyable movie. It's kind of like I have to it's like if you pay me to watch it, I don't even want to, But if it's on mute and all the scenes that Henry is not in is fast forward, it's much better. I mean, just play some dramatic music. I mean, heck, there's some people when I was a kid and YouTube was just starting, I used to watch like all the cinematics from video games. There was one that was my favorite, and it was of Zack from Final Fantasy, when Zack and Cloud's friendship and like the evolution, all of their little cinematics put together with this like dramatic song about friendship. And I used to watch that over and over again. It was really good. I wish I could find it now, because I remember watching that so much as a kid. But I mean, just recut all of the scenes that's Henry's in and make it like a 90s music video, and it would be much better than the entire movie of Man of Steel. And I don't have a problem saying that, and I've said it before many times, but yeah, I know people are, and it's fine. It's fine if you guys like the Snyder Cut. That's okay. I don't care. If it brings you enjoyment, good for you. It doesn't bring me any enjoyment except seeing Henry. Again, my mind is completely in the gutter with that, though. But thank you for the super chat. Joker 80808. Thank you for the super chat. You seen the Bad Batch yet? Did you enjoy it? I have not watched it. I have not finished that last season of the Clone Wars, and I don't know if I will watch the Bad Batch until it is completely over, because I like to binge watch things. So that's just me. But maybe if enough people tell me they like it. But again, I haven't even finished the last season of the Clone Wars. That's Girl. Are you going to go on EVS's stream after yours? I probably will. But I'll probably go recreate that photo first. But let me see if there's any super chats I missed. And everyone, I will be going over to that stream, and I'll send everyone over there. Before I do, oh gosh, there's more super chats. Swing Cut, thank you, super chat. You skipped my super chat over the nose crack, didn't you? Come on, Anna. Let me give you a complex. It will be very entertaining for me, at least. Swing God, I'm sorry. I'm kind of getting these out of order. Claudia, you think the super chat? Also, Clark has super speed. Again, Smallville didn't forget about that. Let that sink in again. A show on the CW got more things right about Superman. That's what I said. You know what I would have done? His mom was right there. All they had to do was say, "What's that over there?" And everyone in that big crowd looks over there, and Henry. Can you guys hear that? The police are going over with a helicopter explaining what somebody looks like. Somebody must be bad guy running around. Can you guys hear that? That was loud. That was weird. What was I saying? Yeah, all they had to do was say, "What's that over there?" Everybody looks over there. Clark, Flash, grabs his dad, comes back over, or maybe just like throws him out of the way. And like they both run out of the way, and so that way the tornado doesn't get him. Also, it's like it's so frustrating. I don't even want to talk about it because it's so stupid. I like how nobody on the set pointed this out to Zack Snyder. Claudia, also, to be in the nicest way I could possibly say this, after watching Zack Snyder on that stream, he can't. I don't want to say this because it's going to get taken out of context and people are going to say I'm the embodiment of all evil. I'm sure he's a lovely person. I do not think he understands the characters that he is working with, and he's trying to tell his vision, which is like, you know what? I used to read fan fiction all the time, and there are plenty of people that wrote fan fiction that liked the idea and the concept of these characters in this universe, but they fundamentally did not understand them, so it made the fan fiction that I was reading less enjoyable to me as somebody that understood the characters in the universe. So that is how I can put that nicely. Claudia, think you should also, I think I read that one. Let's see. Lock your doors. You're describing a dawn. You're describing drawn together. Let's see. Am I describing drawn together? I don't know. 007 Cloud, thank you, super chat. Oh, you used to watch Final Fantasy VII. Did you ever play the game? I wasn't allowed to play video games, so no, I've never played it. But I used to watch the animatics all the time, and or the cinematics all the time, and I really liked them, and I thought it looked really cool and really pretty. And so it's like, it always ended with Zack's death and Cloud getting the sword, and it's like, but so because of that, the way that like people would cut making these really cheesy 90s music videos with like the Final Fantasy with the Final Fantasy cinematics, it made me really like Zack. So I always say Zack is my favorite character from Final Fantasy, even though I've never played it. I just really like the way that those animatics were done. So, yeah. No, I do not live in a dangerous area, guys. Annie McCallum, thank you for super chat. What were the comps hunting down? EVS? I don't know. Thank you for the super chat. 007 Cloud, thank you for the super chat. You should try the remake. I might. I don't know if it's something that I could play. All right, now let me go and see the super chats that I missed over here on my super chat window. So I apologize, everyone. Here we go. Let's see. Okay. Claudia, thank you for the super chat. Yes, I've spread that one. Oh gosh, this keeps skipping on me. James Slow Shop, thank you for super chat. People try to silence their opposition because they know they are wrong. If you are correct, don't fear opposing views. They cannot hurt you. Let's see. I think I read those ones. Oh my. Jacob M. thank you for super chat. Graduated high school in 2014. 80% of girls at my school dressed like this and sat at their desks like this. People are different. Makes life fun. Yep. Christopher Prophet, thank you for super chat. Since you two bought, I think I read that one. Robert Romano, thank you for super chat. Thank you for sticking up for CG and for sanity. Be well. Thank you. Oh my God, that's so loud. Why do they keep going over my house? Maybe they're looking for a kid. Deanna, thank you for the super sticker and it's a thumbs up. Well, thank you. Swinging Cod, thank you for super. You know everything on Anna's face is real. If it wasn't, the first thing she would have done is shave down that giant beak she calls a nose. Well, that's rude. And I've said this plenty of times. I actually really like my nose. One of my friends, she works for a plastic surgeon and she uses my nose as an example. And so people have gotten their nose done to look like my nose. So it's very complimentary. So I like my Scandinavian nose. Paradox, I think we should push out. Writers and directors of major films seem like they learned their skills from from the stories in porn. Oh God. I mean, here's the sad thing about that. The porn stories are probably more interesting. Let's see. Okay, I think I am all caught up now. So guys, before I go, because I only wanted to talk for a little bit, I got some stuff I got to do. But so for future reference, guys, if you guys want to watch me play video games, I will be playing video games from now on, or after I finish this last round of KOTOR, I will be playing video games over on my Twitch channel. So if you guys want to go follow me on Twitch to go watch me play video games, because I got a few on the Star Wars Day sale. So I got somebody, I think, gave me Jedi Fallen Order because it was just magically appeared in my Steam thing. So thank you, whoever did that. I didn't know that was a thing you could do. But there is the link for my Twitch channel. If you guys want to go follow me over there. It's just... It's just that Star Wars girl, but people get confused because I have a picture of Henry Cavill as my picture, which is like, if you know me well enough, you'll know that that's me. Also, I have an art Instagram if you guys want to like watch progress of like me painting. So this is my painting of Bo-Katan. And so there you guys go right there. If you guys want to go see, if you guys have an Instagram and you want to, like see progress of paintings that I'm working on before I post painting videos on my art channel, this is the place to go. So right now I'm currently working on a few paintings. I'm working on my Bo-Katan. I'm working on a Portuguese crest with a Templar cross. And so you guys, if you guys like this kind of thing and you want to see art updates, this is like where I kind of post that kind of stuff, because you can't really post unfinished work on a YouTube channel. You kind of have to post the finished product, which paintings take a really long time to do. So let me make this bigger so you guys can see that a little bit better. So this is where you guys can go if you guys want to see that kind of stuff. And not only do I post like the little time-lapse videos, I also post like the progress photos so you guys can go through and see all of that. So this is, again, over on my art Instagram. And the link is right there if you guys want to follow me there. And like I said, it's like, I have the Portuguese crest that I'm painting as well. So if you guys want to see like little short 30-second videos of me painting, and before you get the long video, this is where you guys can kind of go. And yeah, I posted like the progress when I was painting Gina and stuff over there. So there's the link for that. I do have a regular Instagram if you guys want to follow me there, and I'll post that link. So this is just kind of where I post stuff. So this is where I actually posted me doing the pose first, which apparently I'm going to have to redo because people are losing their freaking minds. So there you guys go right there. And then I do have an Etsy store where I sell my artwork. So if you guys do want to purchase any of my art, they are over here on my Etsy. And I will post the link for that in the chat right now. Let me just copy and paste that. So I have an ad for this at the end of all of my videos, but just so I can touch on that right now before I end this stream. So it's like you guys can still get prints of my Gina painting. I have a bunch of other characters. And I filmed myself painting basically all of these that are Star Wars ones. So if you guys want to go and check out any of my work and purchase prints of these, that is right there on my Etsy. I also have an art YouTube channel if you guys want to go follow me over there. So that way when I do finish the videos of me painting, you guys can watch all of them. And so here is the link for my art channel. And it would be awesome because I just need to get my watch hours up so I can get monetized over here. But I'm at a little bit over 4,000 subscribers. So I do appreciate everyone that has subscribed over to my art channel. So far, I've only posted like my Inktober, and then I had some questions about Warhammer, and then I did the video where I was painting the Phantom Menace cover for Jeff from World Class Bullshitter. So that video is up, and you guys can watch the entire time lapse up there, and it's got some music. But I did hear people's feedback that they like it when I'm talking and giving kind of this is how I painted this. This is my technique here. So I'm going to be doing voiceovers and stuff over my Gina painting and giving a little bit more of an explanation, as well as kind of instructions on if you are trying to learn how to paint or draw. I see I got a couple super chats. Swing God, thank you for the super chat. Final Fantasy 7 and 8 are cheap on Steam. Kiss 6 months goodbye. Oh, yay. Paradox Guy, thank you for the super chat. Writers and directors of major films seems like they learned skills from stories and porn. Annie McCallum, thank you for the super chat. F the haters, you're a beautiful girl with a heart of gold. Oh, well, thank you. Claudia, thank you for the super chat. You like the guy who played Kit in Smallville? Yeah, but I watched Cheaper by the Dozen first, so that's where I knew him from. But I did used to watch Smallville. I don't remember. I hated the chick that played Lois, so I stopped kind of paying attention when she showed up. And then, guys, finally, if you are not following me on Twitter, go over to my Twitter and follow me over there. If you guys are like to be entertained by me destroying pussies on Twitter, that's the place to go. And guys, Ethan is over there streaming with Cecil and Dan. So let me get this up here. So if you guys want, I might pop over there. If you guys want to go and check out this stream, let's see if you guys can. Why is everything frozen? There we go. Let's see. Let me refresh it. If you guys want to go over there, go raid the chat and tell them all it's that Star Wars girl raid. What do you mean? Wait, what's going on? All right, well, just go over to Ethan, say it's that Star Wars girl raid, and I will see you guys all later. Thank you so much for being here. This will be re-uploaded on my secondary channel, that's Star Wars Girl Live. Make sure that you are subscribed over there. And until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the Force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone.
I'll tell you where I thought I came in the forest, when the lightsaber goes like this and flies off. I said, oh, what a great entrance. Ah! Ray caught it?